Hello, hon. Thank you so much for your purchase. Thank you for your patience, by the way, back and forth and fixing the whole PayPal thing. So I'm happy we were able to resolve that. Um, okay, so I have your questions pulled up. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so I'm gonna just go over your name and info is confidential, so I'm just gonna go over here. I have had burning and pain there and coming and going with no explanation, me being single or not. Um, this pain has been there for 15 years. I've tried so many therapies, so many, I don't know anymore. Is it physical, emotional, from your diet? I have explored so many and still I'm at the same spot. What did I not do yet? What is the key here? Okay, and then you said, okay. Um, let's see here. What to do to improve your digestive system. It's not new, but I have a recurrent pain in the left side of my rib cage, and no doctor has wanted to investigate further. All right. Okay, so let's tune in here. It's really hard to when there's health issues that arise within us, and we know that what we're feeling is not normal, and we go to doctors sometimes, and they focus more on the facts and what those symptoms are leading them to. What we know is definitely that the mind is very powerful, and if we also struggle with mental health issues, which is like anxiety, depression, any other disorders or things like that, those, a lot of those symptoms from those mental health issues can result in physical symptoms. And then sometimes we would think, oh, is there actually a real problem? When sometimes there really isn't. It's just connected to all that. And I definitely believe in, if there has been a lot of traumas, if you have experienced a lot of past traumas, childhood traumas, abuse in any shape or form, our body, the aftermath for our body, it reacts like that, and then that's where the process of healing comes through. So there is a big possibility that what you're feeling, I feel like the ribcage thing, what you're feeling can be a mental thing. It could be an anxiety thing, or it could be a mental anxiety thing. All right. We'll tune in and see and get the clarification that it is the same thing with the feelings that you're getting down there. So let's tune into the first question. What are these pains, these burning sensations? Why is this person? Right, we ask the universe now to reveal to her what she needs to know in this present time. We ask that whatever comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible, and only from the white light. Okay. So she would like to know, is this a mental or an emotional situation where she's experiencing those burns and pains in her womb area? Is this emotional, mental, or is this really a concerning of a physical situation here? Can we get one more card for clarification? Is this a physical concern or is this emotional? Is this a physical concern or is this emotional? Okay, so I'm reading intuitively. I'm reading the cards as well. So the Queen of Cups is definitely you. This is a card of somebody who is an empath, somebody who can be emotional, somebody that can be very sensitive to energies. Okay. I keep seeing the Sun card here. There's a lot of energy about fertility. I don't know if you have any children. If you do, it's just confirming that you're a mother. If you don't, I don't know. This can be a personal question, just asking if you've ever had a miscarriage or a loss of a child, like a loss of a child or an abortion. If you have, I feel like whatever you're experiencing can be emotional or a mental kind of like PTSD, or it's just like an aftermath reaction because of how much it affected your nervous system, that whole process, if you have had an abortion or miscarriage. Okay, I feel like then it is emotional or mental. I don't feel that this is a physical issue. I do feel like there is something about your womb area or your ovaries. I don't know your medical history, and I don't know if you're even aware of this. You said you've seen everyone. Maybe they're saying nothing's wrong, but I am feeling like that area in itself, there's been issues there, or there's a lot of trauma there. Okay, and the trauma can come from, like I said, miscarriages, abortions, or maybe just even exchanging too much energy, exchanging with like maybe your partners, your sex partners that didn't make you feel emotionally good or mentally good. People don't know either. Like the people we exchange our energy with when we're giving ourselves or giving our bodies to them, we're opening up that portal to taking in their traumas and their pains. And if we're an empath and we're very sensitive to energies, we can pick up on this and we can feel this. I definitely feel like that in itself is letting you know that a lot of healing is needed. And I know you did tell me that you've done a lot of healing, you've done all this stuff to make it better, but I still feel like it needs healing. I do feel like there is some I do feel like there is some physical issue, because I keep picking up this area with you. I do feel like maybe there's some, what is it called? Maybe it could be like a hormonal thing. Um, it could be a hormonal thing. Maybe an imbalance. I keep getting some imbalance as well. But I don't feel like it's something that you need to be concerned about. Okay. I do feel like this is something that comes and goes. I do feel like maybe there are some, you would have to tune into it more. I'm not like a doctor or a holistic herbalist or whatever, but I do feel like there can be natural medicines out there that can assist with this, vitamins as well, stuff like that to relieve the symptoms. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see this going away, but I do feel like you can relieve the symptoms. Okay, I do feel like there's something with an imbalance here with the Two of Pentacles. There's something imbalanced about this area with you. And like I said, it can be due to trauma, physical trauma, like from abortion, miscarriages, loss of child, fertility issues, actual trauma with like certain partners that you exchanged with. It can be a combination, but there's definitely imbalance here. I don't see it getting better for now. But I do see that all you can do is relieve the pain and symptoms with maybe natural medicines or whatever you can find, or vitamins. Okay, but I definitely feel like this will be an issue for the time being still. Okay. So keep that in mind. Unfortunately, I do see like this is something that's not going to get better. But you can find ways to relieve it. Okay. There's something going on there. And I feel like maybe it's an imbalance. I feel like maybe these gynecologists and all these people maybe don't see it as something such a serious concern, so they don't feel like it's needed to dive into it so much. Because maybe it's something that a lot of people do experience and they just put up with it. But I feel like it can have to do with your genetics as well, or things like that. Okay. But yeah. So keep all this in mind. There's definitely an imbalance here. All right, so we're going to tune into your second question, which is about the pain under the, what was it? Let me tune in here. Hold on one second, hon. Sorry, hon, I had to go back to your last message here. It's not new, but I have this recurring pain under my left rib cage, and no doctors want to. Okay, let's see here. I feel like you suffer from anxiety, and anxiety can take us in whole lots of different levels of worry, fear. Can make us think there's certain things happening when nothing's really happening. I do feel like there is a pain. You know, that can be gas. I know this sounds ridiculous, but it can be gas. It can be diet. It can be, yeah, it can be gas, which gas can come up in different ways. It's horrible. I've had I'm going to give you a funny story, but my aunt had this horrible pain. Like, it was near up here, kind of her rib cage as well. And she went to the doctor and she thought she was dying. And then when they took her, they told her it was gas. And eventually she, like, let out the gas, you know what I mean? And she was better. So, but it was like, she felt like she was dying due to her fear and anxiety. I'm not saying that's what you're experiencing, but anxiety can take us in so many directions when we worry so much. Okay. I would recommend as well working on meditations to focus on not worrying and focusing on fear so much. And let me see here. Let's tune in here to the ribcage situation. Is this something that she should be concerned about? Is this something she should be concerned about? No, is this something she should be concerned about? Is this something she should be what is going on here? Is that health situation something she should be concerned about? See, I got the Two of Pentacles again. I'm reading intuitively here, but I got the Two of Pentacles again. This means, like, for me, it means like you're just in this place of not being balanced. And when you're not being balanced, when you're not in this place of balance, you can feel like certain things are happening when they're not. So I feel like the ribcage thing can be gas, could be like a gastritis kind of diet thing. It could be your nerves. It could be a bunch of things, but I don't feel like that is a physical concern. I do feel like the thing with your womb and stuff, I definitely feel like there's something off there, maybe like a physical thing there. There's a physical health issue, but nothing as well to be super concerned about. I feel like it's like manageable, eventually when you find the right things to treat it. And then there's something about eventually fertility issues. If you have a child, and okay, but I'm saying, like, if you try to have another child, there's something about something being off balance there. Again, the energy I'm getting with you is there's a lot of like ungrounded energy, and then there's a focus of your guides wanting you to come back to this place of grounding yourself. I don't know if there's just a lot going on in your life. There's a lot of stress, or there has been a lot of stress in the last couple of years. And there's also something about, like, yeah, creating, trying to create a balance for yourself emotionally. This is more like emotionally and mentally with yourself, okay? And when you're grounded, you won't come from this place of fear and worry all the time. It will be more of, common sense, logic, and intuition. Because fear can make us think so many things, and worry can make us go in so many directions with certain things that we're, thinking about. So I feel like to trust the doctors about the ribcage thing. If they're saying there's no further investigation needs to be taken, I feel like trust that. But definitely the womb is such a sacred place. And with that, our doctors and stuff like that may not take that as being such a sacred place, because a sacred area, because they see things by facts and stuff. But I feel like, a lot of physical pains or physical things that are manifested, like I said, in our physical realm, the pains and stuff, can have a lot to do with, like, just spiritual stuff, emotional, mental. And these are things that doctors can't see, these are things doctors can't see. I feel like this is stuff that we have to take into account of being able to heal ourselves. So for right now, I just don't see that first question you're asking better, but you can't find ways to relieve it. Okay. There is some physical issue there with a combination of definitely traumas. Okay. So, I feel like overall you're headed on the right track. I very much feel like you've done a lot of work when it comes down to trying to uh, just be in that healing process with yourself so all these physical things can subside. So you're not doing anything wrong. It's more of just like still finding ways to stay grounded, especially in your life. I just feel like there's something about, yeah, there's something about trying not to juggle so many things at the same time because you're going to burn yourself out. Okay. So I hope this brought some clarity or comfort. Thank you for trusting me with this information, and I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm always here for you again. Let me know your thoughts, okay? Bye.